princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Missha Aqua Cover Foundation in the shade 13. I saw this product on, I think, Rose Shop or IBBI. I can't actually remember where I got it from, which is so bad, but I did so much shopping recently, it is kind of unsurprising. But I saw that it came in the shade 13 and I was really interested in trying it because I've always loved the Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream as well as the Signature Complete BB Cream, both in the shade 13, so I was really interested to see how this foundation would be next to them. Because even though they're all labelled as 13 for the colour, it doesn't mean that it's going to be the same shade range, which makes it really difficult if you are buying your foundations online, like I am. So the product description says, chia seed extract, iris extract and birch sap give moisture fresh finish without grease. Clear cover powder and smoothing powder cover blemishes and curves for clear and silky looking skin. Plum extract and lime extract give bright, vital skincare. This foundation comes in a standard glass bottle with a pump top. The cap and the writing are a really pretty shade of blue and the packaging is pretty yet functional. I bought the shade 13, which is the lightest out of the range. This is a neutral to warm tone and it's clearly not as yellow as the NARS Sheer Glow in Siberia, which is a perfect match for me. But it is a little bit warmer than the two other BB creams by Missha. This is the Perfect Cover BB Cream in 13 and this is the Signature Complete BB Cream in 13. It's pretty light and it matches my skin fairly well, but it is slightly brightening. I found this foundation pretty easy to apply with brushes, sponges and cushion puffs. I didn't notice any difference in the finish or coverage when I used this foundation with the different primers or powders. I do have a couple of blemishes at the moment, so it's great to test this foundation's coverage. It claims to have excellent coverage that covers blemishes, but I really do have to disagree with this. This has such light coverage. It does blur imperfections, but in no way does it cover them. It does make my skin look very healthy and lovely, but if I do have blemishes, this is not a product that I would choose. In terms of colour, it doesn't look too bad on me. My neck has gotten more tan than my face, and I do have olive skin, so it does look a lot more yellow. But it matches my chest really well. Since my neck and chest don't match, I either have to match my face to my neck or chest. After a 9-hour workday during very warm weather, this foundation has terrible longevity and oil control. My face is absolutely swimming in oil, and the foundation has rubbed off in multiple patches. It really does look quite bad. I believe that the sweat from the hot weather, and don't pretend that doesn't happen to you too, does break down the foundation rather badly. So I just wanted to do a little check-in. I put this foundation on at 9 o'clock this morning and it is now 5 o'clock. So it's been on for 8 hours now, which I think is pretty good. And this is what it looks like. So there is a little bit of oil around my T-zone as normal, and this is just on a normal day, so it's not too hot and not too cold or anything like that. There is a little bit of cakiness around the sides of my nose and around my mouth where I doubled up on the coverage. But yeah. It's not too bad at all, and this is in comparison to when I wore it yesterday, where it was a really hot day and I was kind of running around. My face was a lot oilier, which does happen when it's a lot warmer, so this is what it looks like when the weather is cooler. This is actually quite good as well. You can see the colour, so it's a little bit lighter and brighter than my neck would be, so I get a bit of a tan, but it still matches my chest, more so than my hands. My hands are very tan. So I love that this foundation is pretty inexpensive at between $11 to $15 US. This is a great colour for porcelain princesses. It is on the warm side, so if you are neutral to warm, I would definitely recommend this colour. It's very easy to apply and it gives a beautiful skin-like finish. And it has pretty good longevity in cold weather. I don't love that it does not cover blemishes at all, so if you do have blemished skin, you are going to need to use a concealer because it's also not buildable. It looks absolutely awful in hot weather, so it's not a foundation that I would use during summer. And it has pretty average oil control. During summer it just looks terrible anyway, but during winter I still noticed a shine throughout my T-zone. It's not terrible, it's just average. So this is such a specific foundation. I can only really wear this when I have little to no blemishes. I want a very skin-like finish in cold weather where I have very little to no chance of sweating. This doesn't mean it's a bad foundation, it just means that it has a very specific criteria that needs to be filled before using it. This product can look so pretty on my skin and I really do like the way it looks. But it is something that I'm going to have to wear in like the dead of winter so it doesn't start melting and dripping off my face like it did during summer. I personally do really like a beautiful light skin-like finish for my foundations. I like seeing the freckles around my cheeks. I don't really care if I can see some of my blemishes, it just makes my skin look a bit more real, I think. But this is not a foundation that I would choose to use if I was filming because you would see way too many blemishes and it would look a little bit funny. But it is a beautiful foundation nonetheless. This is not a product I would recommend if you like a really full matte looking finished foundation, but if you're into the more natural foundations, it's a beautiful option. Like its name would suggest, it is a little bit moisturizing, not massively so, but if you have dry skin, it could be a really lovely alternate product for you, especially if you live in a really dry, cold climate as well. I'm not 100% sure if I will keep this just because it doesn't have the versatility for me to use during winter or summer, so I'll be testing it out during winter and I will then see if it makes the cut into my favorite foundations. So I would recommend the Missha Aqua Cover Foundation to any princesses who live in a dry, cold climate who are looking for a super lightweight, natural looking finish foundation. And the shade 13 for any porcelain princesses who are on the neutral to warm side in their foundations. Thank you so much for watching this review and I'll see you next time. Bye!